Hey, I was working on this F22, turning it into an F22.5, but the numbers don't really come up to F22.5, it's just F22. Anyways, this is a 1993 Honda Accord engine, and, well, the rest of it's over there in the back of the car. Because I'm still driving around in it, I use this as a spare engine. Anyways, this is the original oil pump. Now, when I ordered an oil pump, it said OEM, but what I got was something a little different. See, that hole there is supposed to have a bushing in it. I used the bushing to make a plug for that one because I'm doing a counterbalance shaft removal and or elimination, it's called counterbalance shaft elimination kit. And well, the oil pump I got has different size these, so you can expect these are dowels, that the bolts will not fit through the one they sell you that has bolt holes here for the newer models for crankshaft sensors. Anyways, over to the other side, this here hole is an oil pressurized one. And this, of course, is the pump itself. It has a rotor in there, kind of like a Wankel engine. But then, of course, let's see, where is it? There is a hole. Okay, there's the other hole right there, in there. And this hole here is pressurized. So then on this side, this hole and this hole need to be plugged, as well as this hole and this hole. So this is large. This is about 1 inch. But then, of course, on the new pump, that hole's a different size too. And luckily, this side was not a big issue. The dowels were not a problem going. This was only one dowel on this. Onto that engine. So, anyways, long story short, I made my own kit for the counterbalance shaft elimination. Of course, I didn't have to take out the bearings in the shaft, in the block. They can be just left in there. I tried banging on them. They didn't come out. Anyways, I made a round plug for in the pump, in under this, so it plugs off the oil shaft. This is like a Kaiser Speed kit, but I made it myself because I could find the plate aluminum, and I cut it, and then I stuck it in the drill, what do you call it, drill press, and made these up. How you put a plate on a drill press is you JB weld a bolt to it, and then it'll spin around in the chuck, of course. Anyways, I got a round plug like that in that hole, plugging it off, and I used a really good glue. It's called Sikaflex, wherever that went. Here it is. This stuff. This is a glue they use in boats, and I use silicone on the water pump gasket as well as the gasket in behind here. I had to surface this. This is actually off a cat, some kind of yellow painted heavy duty equipment. It was an old cover. It fell off, who knows. It was at the junkyard. I got it, I cleaned it up, cut it out, put it on, and I had to make sure I had enough clearance here. So that's why it's a little bit more fancy in there than it is over here. I actually cut it a little bit too much there, but that's okay because it still seals up. Anyways, I use the same pulley on there. You see the key just fell down there. And anyways, don't lose your key. This plate goes in behind there, and this, and well, you don't really need this. You can use a spacer. It's got to be that thick. But then, of course, you'll have to cut a keyway too. So I think I'm going to do that. Maybe I just cut this thing apart with the hacksaw. Anyways, without the key, that'll just spin around. You'll be wondering why your valves are hitting your head, or your pistons. Well, I still don't have the pistons in there. I got the crank ready to turn. It's got to be torqued still. I'm waiting for my rings. I got my head gasket. I don't have my oil pan gasket. It's coming in the mail because we live in this Powell River and nothing comes here by truck unless, of course, it comes by mail first.